Hiya, my name's Charlie and welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be showing you guys my bookish trolley. What happened was that I've been seeing loads and loads of people going on about having book trolleys, and I don't know, it's just sort of like I've seen them and I've just really wanted one for a while, and I just caved and picked one up. I didn't get the super duper, not super duper expensive, but I didn't get the like posh IKEA one. I actually went on Amazon and hunted out like a cheaper version, so if you guys are interested I might put that in the link below, because it's like half the price of the IKEA ones, and I just thought it does the job. So to me that's all I wanted. I wanted something to help me organise my reading, which it does. So I'm going to show you that today, and also if I've got time I will show you my planner, so we'll see how we get on. You guys will know in advance whether you'll have both. I don't know. Okay. So this is my trolley. As you can see, like, it's just a plain simple kind of wiry one, and I got it really cheap. Like I said, I think it was like £19 or something, just less than £20. So super cheap, but it does the job. I call it my Reading Horizons trolley after the lovely Simon Savage from Savidgereads, because you guys know he's like my favourite channel. So I just thought, because of the purposes of the trolley, what it does and what the sections I have in it. I've got the very top section is obviously my journal and stuff, which I'll show you in a minute. Then the second one is what I'm planning on reading. No, what I'm currently reading. And then the third one is what I'm planning on reading. And then the fourth tray is what I have already read. And because it's the end of the month, you guys can see that section is super packed full. So, oops, sorry. I'll zoom in a bit closer and just show you my book journal and things like that, and some of the things that are on my trolley. I won't show you the bottom one too much because that's going to all be in a wrap up, so you know, things. Okay, I'm going in. Let's see. So this is my book journal that I keep, and then obviously, which I'll show you. So this is my book journal. This is the cover. I got it from Paper Chase in the UK. Super, just really pretty, and I really like it. And I've tabbed up, as you can see, the sides with all the different like sections. So I've got a genre tracker, series tracker, physical TBR, year of reading. So I think that's just going to be, that's like my bookish list. I'll show you in a second. Library reads, books. What did I write there? Book to movie, and then book poster, and then the last two ones. Oh, this one's gone a bit. Never mind. Reading thoughts. Tried to double tab that to try and make it easier to see. And then I've got a book haul bit, so I can tick off all my books haul, obviously. And then a Debbie Tongue list, that's in the list that's in the back of Book Club, which I might even show you guys. So the first page is just my little doodle drawing. Books are the plane, the plane, the train, and the road. They are the destination. They are the home. And the next page, which I haven't actually filled out like a context number, even though I haven't page numbered my pages, but that just shows you what I've just already told you at the side. This is like I copied out a Goodreads list. I think it was like last year, so I don't know whether this list is still there. They might have a different list currently, but I like lists. So you can see on this page all of the list of books that they recommended, and then all of these. And what I've done is I've done books read prior to 2018, books read in 2018, and obviously books that I'm reading kind of like in 2019. So, and these are like, as you can see what I've got. There's loads of books I haven't read, but bear in mind that I really started increasing my reading pace last year. So yeah, I've got these. All of the ones I'm going to read, hopefully, even though there are a few that I'm kind of like not that bothered by. So the Poisonwood Bible I really want to read, because I've heard my lovely Jacqueline from 6 Minutes from Me talks about that. Yeah, The Good Earth, there we go. And then I only just read that recently this month with my bookwormies, which was really good. Some bigger ones of Crime and Punishment. Now this is my series, my genre tracker, and this is super useful for me because I like to try and read like a mixture of books, and like I get bored if I read the same genre over and over again, being honest. This is just my Charlie brain. So I have the genre tracker here, and then also at the back I've got another bit because there was extra genres that I haven't fitted into that side. So I've got horror / thriller, crime, romance, graphic novel. So as you can tell, I feel like I've read quite a good mixture. Short stories collections I haven't read, translated fiction I haven't really read, so I don't think I haven't read any, otherwise I wouldn't have put it down. I'm planning on reading, what's my next one? Anna Karenina is going to be my classed as my translated fiction one on here, even though that's a classic as well, so I don't know. You could count that for both. This is my book goals for 2019, which I did a video about, which I shall link below, but I'll just talk it through now. I've got use the library more, read at least one Stephen King, which I haven't currently done yet, but I'm going to hopefully try and carry up in March. Read more POC authors, in particular male, just because last year when I was looking at my reading, I noticed that I hadn't read many male POC authors. Read more Jane Austen. I've got a few more of her books to read. Yeah, you can see those. Then here is my series tracker. This is super useful, and this is really helping me, like, motivate me to read through my series, because I can then colour in the box, which always makes me want to read it more. So, can you see it? Sorry, that went out of focus. So yes, you can see I've got the Lunar Chronicles, Death Note, his Dark Materials, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the Maya Angelou biographies, which I'm nearly finished. I've only got 2 more to read. I've got one on my shelf already, so I think there might be 7 of those. I don't know if I've miscounted. I might need to draw an extra box for the 7th one. Anyway. And then, as you can see, because one of my goals is to read at least one Stephen King. I've put those 3 books, and these are ones that were kind of recommended to me. So Firestarter was recommended by Zoe Beck. It's Amy from Zoe Beck. And Misery by Stephen King. That's on my bookish poster. And then Carrie. I don't know if you can see that. Carrie by Stephen King, which obviously Nicole from Beautiful Chaos of Books recommended to me. So that is why that is on there. On my next page, I've got reading my physical TBR. Oh, can you see? Sorry. And these, I've literally went through my shelves and wrote down every single book that I own that I haven't read. So, which is quite a list, but I'm slowly working my way through. Might be a couple of these that I kind of get rid of, because Why We Broke Up, I'm not sure whether I'm actually going to read. That one that's there. I don't know whether I'm going to actually read that, so I might unhaul that. And might be a few other ones that I get rid of, but if I don't get to them, or start getting to them, obviously. So, special ones I've highlighted by stars is the ones that are on my bookish poster. So I've got Tess of the D'Urbervilles, The Hound of the Baskervilles, which I've actually read, Grapes of Wrath by John Steinbeck, which that's on my poster, Frankenstein I read. Yeah, so I've got the stars are the ones on the Goodreads list at the beginning of the book, and then the asterisk ones are the ones on my bookish poster. Right, next page, I've got a thing to plan. This is meant to help me plan, but I really feel like I'm failing at this a bit, because I started to write down I've got the readathons I'm taking part in, which actually I haven't filled in them all for March, because there's a couple more readathons I'm hoping to take part in. I'm also going to try and take part in March Mystery Madness, and also Femme Fatale if I can, or Femme Fatale, sorry, if I can, and maybe Middle Grade March if I can. But yeah, so that's what I write in here. So I write the readathon books, then I write down the top books that I enjoyed that month, because that helps me pick my favourites. Any new releases that I want to look out for. In April, I'm really excited to get the new Jen Campbell. She's releasing a poetry collection this year, and I can't wait for it. Called Aquarium, so that's why that's in there. There's a few others that I've filled in, but yeah. And that goes on, obviously, because that's up to August. So I've got September, October, November. This page is a libraries list for my library reads, because I wanted to read more library reads, as you could tell in one of my goals. So yeah, that's why that's on there. I've read 5 books from the library so far, which, as you can see, they were the memoirs of Sherlock Holmes, which I read for Brian's Bookshelves read-along thing, Noughts and Crosses, and then there were none, Colour Purple, and Final Girls. I want to carry on with that. I feel like I'm doing okay with that so far. This is my little bookshelves that I drew, and so these are this on here. Obviously, the top shelf is 5-star reads. I want to put Native Son on here, which I haven't written, and that because Native Son I've just finished, and oh my gosh, such a good book. It's definitely one of my favourites I've read so far. Priority reads. Once I've coloured them in, it means I've read them. So you can see I want to read To Kill a Mockingbird, Anna Karenina, Night Watch. I'm going to be reading with me, Simone and I, and Kieran and Sarah, which I'll link their channels down below. This section is for movie night. So these are book to movie adaptations that I have read and watched. I've got to colour that one in because I have actually watched that. That was really good. Emma, The Help, Love, Simon. I read these, and obviously you can see I've read the date. So when it's 2019, that's where I've put the dates on. But yeah. And so yeah, I might do a whole video about book to movie adaptations and which ones I've loved. Obviously these are the ones I've loved, so spoilers. My bookish poster, these are the ones that I've read from the bookish poster, which I don't want to go too much into detail because I'm going to do a whole video about everything that I've read. I've actually read more than, well, I'm doing okay with that, so we'll get to that. These are the books I've read so far this year, which is quite a list, but some of them, 6 of those are short stories. So even though it says 31, it's not actually 31 because, like I said, the ones from the Sherlock Holmes read-along are like short stories and they don't really count, so actually less than that. Nearly done now. So I've left myself room for that. So I'll go back, flick through here. This is just my reading thoughts. So, which as you can probably tell, they're quite, I don't know, I should try and, I'll start you out in the prettier pages. So the idea was that when I started it, I thought, well, I want to track like my genres and like other things, not genres, that's incorrect. I mean like with the author saying like whether they're male, if there's anything like the genre, yes it's the genre, characters I loved, synopsis, thoughts, blah 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 blah. Then I'll skip on to the last pages, now nearly done. Oopsie, here we go. Here is my book hauls, and then as with the physical books on my physical TBR, it's to trying to keep track of everything that I own so that I can make sure I'm reading it. This here, you can have a little spoiler of what I recently picked up in the charity shop. I got Much Ado About Nothing from Shakespeare, Romeo and Juliet, Meantime by Caroline Duffy, which had a signature in. Oh my gosh, I found a book with an author's signature, made me nearly die. Caroline Duffy is one of my favourite authors, so I was like, oh! To do with me? Oh, Benjamin Zephaniah, I picked up a poetry collection of his in the charity shop. Objects, and 13 I picked up in the Waterstones, which I'm excited to read. And then on the very, very last page, lastly but not leastly, is my Debbie Tongue list, which, should I do a separate video about? You can't really, or you could pause it if you want to. Yeah, either way, I might do a separate video about that. I just realised I didn't finish showing you the rest of the things on the top of my trolley. I've got, so in order to help me with my journal thing, I've got colouring pencils, which they're really nice. This is my daughter's, oopsie, from her thing. Some lovely pastel highlighters, which are very pretty, and I like them. These are things to help me tab up on my books, and so it like just helps me, obviously. Book tabs. These are for my journal as well, obviously. They're really, some of them are really pretty. I don't really know how practical the animal ones are going to be, but my daughter might like those. Oh, it's getting a bit shaky, I'm sorry. Here, just some stickers I've got. I've got these ones from Paper Chase. Paper Chase is like my favourite shop. Some pretty ones. Some more like, oh, there you go. Some more pastel pencils. Making things look pretty. So yeah, that's it. And then just lastly, it's my lovely sparkly pink ruler. Everyone needs a sparkly pink ruler, don't we? So that is that. So I don't know whether any of that was any interesting to you or very helpful to you, but let me know in the comments below if it was. I hope you managed to get something out of it, maybe get some ideas for your journal. My journal is still a work in progress, as you can tell. So I do want to still make it look a lot prettier and make it look a lot nicer. If you've got any suggestions for that, please let me know in the comments below. And let me know if you've got a book trolley, if you caved and went and got one. I just think they're so useful because I always used to have piles on my bookshelves of like things like to read, except like obviously everything that's on the trolley, to read what I wanted to read, etc. And it really stressed me out. So yeah, it just makes me feel so much better having a trolley to organise it. And I love my journal. So yeah, let me know in the comments, like I said, if you've got anything like that. Let me know how you're getting on. Are you having a good week? It's sunshine outside. Oh my gosh, I love the sunshine. Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, so take care, you guys. Sending you lots of love. Take care. Bye!